Okay, yes, we do start as just a county, so that's fun. Right, what do we know about ourselves? Let's find out what we know about ourselves. So first thing we're doing is, and is always the case when you're starting a new game, is first thing we want to know is we really want to be getting more than one county very quickly. So what can we do? We're not married, we don't have any children, we're 33. So we should probably be getting some children relatively sharpish. Or this is going to be a very short game. So no, I think we just conceptually control the monasteries. Because we're only showing as having one domain of one. So, our player heir is our brother. Looking at that situation, this is a thing that we really are going to get stuck in the middle of, because I assume they're going to declare war on each other and everything else. Relationships, 1. What relationship do we have? Isn't that our brother? Yes, it is. Right, so we're shagging our brother. So there we go. Literally an incest start. Not even a minute in and the game's given us incest. Right, what are our stats like? We are very good at murdering people. I feel like our brother lover is about to get himself murdered. Lifestyle. Intrigue. We are a sexy seducer person. That is potentially quite useful. I would actually argue, though, that... Right. He doesn't have any children. He doesn't have any children. He doesn't have any children. If those 3 people were to die in a very unfortunate accident, or series of accidents, we would inherit every single one of these crowns. That is something that may well be our best option here. Because we can't go to war to grab any of these other counties, because our brother literally controls them all. So I think people are about to die. I think we've only got 3 brothers. I think Navarre is our cousin. Yeah, he's our cousin. King Anso. What are our chances of killing this guy? 77. Yeah, that's way too low. We need higher percentages than that. I think murder is a good idea. Even if we don't manage to kill all of them, having these consolidated into one kingdom that we're part of makes things a hell of a lot easier for us, because we can either always expand into little bits of territory, or we can... At least it means we're not going to get stuck in the middle of a massive internecine war. So I think we are probably going to go down the intrigue path. But I think we need to strike fast. How much money have we got? Yeah, 87 gold. How much is it going to cost us to hold a feast or a hunt? Right, we can afford to do that. So I think we're going to do a reset perks. I think maybe we do take temptation. Well, I'm hoping, yeah, can we get our brothers into our schemes to kill them? I'm hoping that our brothers hate each other, and therefore we can drag them in. I think we probably do this, because I think we are going to want to seduce. But I think we're going down schema. because we want that. That does leave us 3 left, so we could actually go down seduction scheme power, and we probably should take seduction scheme power. Yes, stress is new to me, having only played CK2. This is to try to play the character you've been given mechanic. Yes, yeah, it is, and I really like it. Essentially, yeah, if you do things that go against your character traits, then it creates stress. Or if you do like I've done, just reset your perks. I think we're going to do seduction scheme, because I think that is useful to us. That does leave us 2. We could go down the kidnapper, because kidnapping is fun. We might want that, given how murderous our family is likely to be. Do we really want... Let's go with digging for dirt. I don't think we need any of these other ones. Let's very quickly go on a hunt, because that's going to drop us then beneath the stressed out point. Right. I feel like we should kill our brother lover first. That's looking better. We don't have a spy master, so we should get a decent spy master. Mayor, what's his face here? Mayor Pero is really good at that, so that's perfect. Do we have anyone who's a decent steward? We do not. Okay, first things first, let's search for a physician, because that might drag us someone that we can actually use as a steward. It might give us a physician, it might not. If it doesn't give us a decent physician, we can at least use it as an opportunity to bring someone to court who we can use, who is useful. Our suffragan bishop doesn't like us. This is a problem. With these trees, are all of the branches mandatory prereqs or just one of them? So, in terms of how the trees work, so it follows the paths basically. So you can unlock anything you want on any tree at any time, as long as you're on that focus path via the lifestyle focus things, which you can change every 5 years. So for the next 5 years, I'm bound to picking things off this screen, and I can only pick them in the order that they unlock down here. So obviously the further down a particular tree you get, generally speaking, the better and more interesting things get. But what we've done here is once you start to know what they are, you know what they are. So I went down this path because I know we were going to murder people. But we also need to seduce some people because we really need some kids. Let's use the find spouse screen to actually find us someone with some useful inheritable traits that we can shag. Oh, hey Morgans. You common genius, you. Would you like to fuck? You would not like to fuck. We could marry him. But I kind of feel like we want to save our marriage for something useful. Female rulers only. 63% said yes. Okay, female rulers only this run then. Just because you like making life even harder for me. What about you? Would you like to have sex? You would definitely not like to have sex. Would you like to marry me then? Yeah, like we're apparently like a really uber zealous Christian who is also deceitful and enjoys shagging her brother. So that's cool. I feel like we are potentially going to marry this dude, even though it costs us 300. Because Because I think getting that genius trait, ideally, would be quite nice in children. Do we marry him, or do we marry the other guy? Or do we try and marry someone beautiful? The thing is, if we're doing female rulers only, I really, really don't want to get married if we can avoid it. Let's see if this beautiful person will sleep with us. Yeah, it's odd that our bishop hates us, isn't it? God, I can't think why. We are apparently of a different culture to the territory we control. Let's have a look at cultures. So we got Castilian, Galician, Asturleones. Bit of Basque going on, bit of Aragonese, bit of Catalan. We ourselves are Castilian, so I suspect we should actually try and convert our territory to Castilian as well. So let's promote culture there. Yeah, exactly. We're not going to start many wars early on. We're only a county. I think we're definitely going with the can we murder our way onto our first throne approach. So don't really need to invite anyone in. Who joined already? Bunch of commoners, but that's fine. So we've got 18 months to kill him. Let's actually do another. When we get back from our feast. Do we go on a feast or a hunt? Right. You are not very good court physician. Stewardship's alright. Your stewardship is terrible. It's only one pit better than what we've got, so I think we'll just say no. Mayor Pero got injured. He is our... spy master, and we could really do with him not hating us. I don't think anyone else does hold territory under our liege, though. I think that's the problem. I think he holds it all. Apart from up there. So we could theoretically go after one of these. But if we murder him, and he doesn't have kids when we murder him, then the good news is that should actually happen. Our brother will get that territory and have too much territory and he'll give some away. Let's host a feast so we lose a bit more stress. And we can do it now while it's cheap. Welcome, friends! I don't think we need that. We don't need the success chance boost, and we don't have the dollars anyway. He's currently organising levies, which gives us a slight boost on size. We could train commanders. Yeah, it probably actually is worth doing. My Chancellor is terrible, and let's put on domestic affairs. God damn it, Mayor Pero. Why are you always causing so much trouble? Mayor Pero becoming our friend is actually really useful. Because that means he is more effective at everything he does. And we should actually have him on that. If I remember well, Castile's ruler is going to inherit Leon when you kill your liege. That's the hope and plan. Like, even if the only thing that happens is he inherits that, it will make our things easier. How should I approach Gelfrey? He seems like a reserved individual who prefers silence as a companion. At least that's how he appears on the surface. Who knows what sort of person he is in private? Is he meek and submissive, or perhaps passionate and fiery? I'll find out once I have breached his stony exterior. I mean, he's content, zealous. I think we probably go as a friend. I'd like to get to know you better. Gelfrey appears tense at first, but relaxes over time as he starts to believe there is no ulterior motive behind my request. There we go. Let's jump this up to 4, because we're not really going to do much apart from murder here. Oh, thank God for that orange juice. Histo fact. Blind's Eye View redeemed a histo fact. The word hangover does not come from the Victorian habit of flop houses where you could essentially sleep hanging over a rope. That is a modern myth. It's one of those things where people like a story, so they pretend the word is from that. It actually predates that, and there's evidence of it going right, as a term, going right back to basically to about 1700, I think, 1700, 1750. It literally just comes from where you think it comes, which is it is a hangover from the last night's activity, and that phrase has just always existed as a thing. It's a leftover. It's a thing that comes beyond. It's just that at some point that particular phrase got attached to the thing that happens after you've been drinking. So ignore anyone who tells you that it comes from hanging over Victorian sailors hanging over ropes or something. It's utter bollocks and an urban myth. Right, what do we think he likes? He's zealous, isn't he? So he probably wants something pious. He will be ours. When you're starting out, what's your initial focus be on? Money, prestige, etc., or does it depend on what your character wants to achieve? Yes, I mean, basically it depends on what your character wants to achieve. I have no idea who you were, but you didn't get an alliance. So in this instance, we're actually just focusing on building up a bit of cash, because that will be useful to us whatever we do. But our plans beyond that are relatively vague, because I think it does come down to how much murder we manage to get away with here. And I think it's not really until we've seen how much murder we do that we'll know really what we want to do in the long term. But our initial goals here are to get ourselves a lover so we can start, that isn't our brother, so we can start popping out some sprogs. Because we are 34, which means we've only got really about another maximum of 10 years bearing to do. So that's our real priority, is make sure we've got an heir and try and work out how we can get more territory, which I do think murder is our route to that here. And then what we'll actually do is look at building out Zamora and working out what territory we have, and starting by looking at what duchies we want to keep control of. When we know what duchies we want to keep control of, we can build them out to be either focused on manpower or on money. You came all this way for me, my songbird. After reaching the hallways of Gelfrey's castle, clad in servant's garb to avoid notice, I find him in a secluded garden. Giggity. He becomes our lover. Can we invite him to court? Come to court. Right, we need another lover. Right, we do need someone smart. We've got someone pretty. Or we just marry Mogans and kill him, but I really don't want to, because we need to control our inheritance. I mean, he's quick, which is better than nothing. Or we don't worry too much about, because obviously we are the woman here, so we could just say, are there any geniuses around? All that are inside diplomatic range. He is a lustful genius. Hello, Gerlach. Are you gay? You are not gay. This is good news. Why would you do not want to fuck? I feel like you should want to. Study Spud, is this a freshly started run? What made you choose her? Yes, it is. We're going for the achievement for uniting Spain. And we wanted to do it with the hardest start possible, which is the Infanta, I reckon. I mean, we could marry him. He would accept if we bribed him. Cost a lot to bribe. Maybe we sway him. And when he likes us, we screw him. Ansel! You definitely don't want sexy times. But you're bi, you should. Right, our first murder plot is hopefully about to go. My agents have scheduled a journey for King Alfonso, which will take them through dark woods. All that is missing is the band of thugs that will tragically slay them in a highway robbery gone wrong. I can already imagine blood seeping into the dark soil. How is that only 33% all of a sudden? We're going to have to run around that again. Chat, you didn't tell me the scheme got exposed. God damn it, chat. You should have known, because it would have popped up here. You have like one job, chat, to warn me of things. Welcome, Mr. Mayhem90. Can you give a quick tutorial to Succession? High partition one to not split the empire. Yeah, let me just work out what we're doing here. I think we're going to have to take the stress hit. Rakish is a really good trait for us to have. Because it's going to boost our intrigue. Or we can convert to Karaism. Let's become rakish. Right, let's try and salvage this frickin'... Does no one want to join now? Fuck, we're gonna have to marry someone quickly. Maybe we have to just marry Mogans here for a while. I don't think the brothers want to join. Succession. Succession is the thing that most people get wrong in this game because they don't kind of grasp how it kind of works. Broadly speaking, your goal is to have as few children as possible. Because these things are all essentially going to cause you grief in various ways. It tells you in this box roughly what it's going to mean, but generally speaking, if you can do, you want to get, if you're going to stay on partition, you kind of want to get onto high partition because of this bit. The player's heir will always inherit at least half of the late ruler's titles, so that is critical. On partition, which is what we're on at the moment, you're kind of slightly better than that because generally speaking, younger children will get titles, but it won't create titles. So they'll just get like kind of lower ranking ones. They won't get kind of stuff. And Confederate is not great for you because it's just going to go everywhere. But generally, my suggestion is try and have as few children as possible. If you're playing within the Holy Roman Empire, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is if you form Austria, So you see Austria here starts as a regular duchy. If you take control of, I think it's that one, and then get a hook on the emperor, you can create the Grand Duchy of you can get the Grand Duchy of Austria as a decision, which is essentially a kingdom level title. A, it's a good title because it's kingdom level, but B, it is also really good because no matter what year date you are playing in, it is going to automatically grant you primogeniture, which means your first heir is going to inherit everything. So if you are that desperate to get primo very quickly, form Austria. But what we're doing here is a good example of controlling our succession. So because we're a female ruler, what we're actually doing is seducing, because then what we can do is throw out some bastards and legitimize the best one. And by doing that, it means we only have one heir, which means they're going to inherit everything. Well, it's not a huge problem for us at the moment anyway, because we only have one county. Yeah, let's see if there's any infertile people who have good skills. Hello, Valido Dolphos. We may need to marry you. Because no one who's infertile is going to be useful. So I think killing people takes priority at the moment. So I think we are going to have to just bite the bullet and marry, and we'll just hope that and then we're going to put him, because that's going to give us gold, and gold is useful as well, because gold might mean that we can actually get someone in on this plot. Yes, we can. Archbishop, do you want to come in on this? Can't afford anyone. Oh, we can afford her. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. You had this run some time ago. I've never done this one because I haven't got the achievement. Well, he didn't waste any time, did he? Because the main issue we're going to have here I hope you're not afraid of spiders, Alfonso. Oh, come on! That was like 95% chance, and you're telling me that the spider didn't work. What's the point of having murder spiders if they're not going to murder? Well, if at first you don't succeed, at least the plot can't be discovered. That is proper XCOM odds. Oh, well, at least we can break up with them. Oh, the runner's Austria. Yeah, I don't think but the annoying thing with the Austria one is I never actually saved it. We should do Austria again at some point. That was fun. So that was essentially taking... There is one Habsburg in the game in this start date. And if you find them, they're a little lord somewhere around on the border of France. And we went with the take them and turn them into create Habsburg Austria. There is actually, I found them when I was doing a character search the other day. There is also a Hohenzollern. So theoretically, we could do a run where we tried to make Hohenzollern Prussia. They start unlanded, so what we'd actually have to do is give them land somewhere, and then switch to them and run with them. Right, you better not have had any children yet. Good. Yeah, we're alright. It was only one of the low-key ones. Who's unlocking the long reach, and why would you do that? Like, unlock one of the good ones. Actually, that's a good point. We should have a look at what our dynasty has. I mean, okay. I'm not actually against that, given our current plans. It's almost like our brothers might be plotting against each other. Well, that's it. We could do that. We could do a Prussian run with the Hohenzollerns. Like, we'd have to do it in this start date. That hopefully won't harm the odds. No, we're still good. Come on. Come on. My agents have scheduled a journey for King Alfonso, which will take them through dark woods. All that is missing is the band of thugs that will tragically slay them in a highway robbery gone wrong. I can better do this time. Oh dear, how sad our brother died. Show your murder spiders if you've got them. Corgi Pup, thank you very much for the follow. I missed that earlier. It's very much appreciated. The thugs did their job and King Alfonso is no more. As the travel party stopped to camp for the evening, bandits poured out from among the trees, calling for blood and gold. The soldiers fought back, but thankfully it was not enough. King Alfonso was tragically slain in the melee. Right, that has done a couple of useful things. First thing it's done is it's made this brother, who is our new liege, more powerful. That is useful to us because it means that he's not going to now pick on that brother and he is less able to be picked upon. He is also going to have to give away some of these lands because he is going to be massively over his domain size, I'd have thought. So he will give some of these away, which means even if we fail at the rest of our murder plots, at least we can actually try and take some territory now. So that will be helpful. But what would be even more helpful would be if he would die in a tragic accident. Now we've only got 60% chance on him. So we might want to go for the other brother first. Because we've got 95 on that. That'll allow us to build up some gold and hopefully we can get some agents in. Although he's not married. And the other one is. Do we try for this dude first? Because there's a greater chance of him having kids. Yeah, I think we go with the married dude, don't we? It's only 60%, but hopefully we can do various things to get that up. Giggity. Does anyone want in on this? You want in. How much are you going to cost me? 55. No. Right, worst case we get him just before it goes. We're going to stash the gold. We'll stash the gold and see what we can do. See Jopes comment would be a good feature. What was Jopes comment? Need a murder counter for this run. We probably do. That's not a bad idea. I'll set one up for the next stream because I can use the emote. I'll give us a little murder spider emote. Actually, I could set it up in Stream Elements. Yeah, give me. Let's set one up for you. I'll do it now. Let me log in, and I'll basically just set you up a murder count command. Chatbot. Chat commands. Custom command. Add new command.
Defondle gifted a tier 1 sub to Jopist. They have given 6 gift subs in the channel.
Defondle, thank you for giving a gift sub out. That's very nice of you. And enjoy your murder spiders. Prison baby is the other tier 1. I think murder disco is tier 2. Not my cat's tier 1 as well. We have murder spidered. There you go. That should now work. If someone wants to try it. If you want to do exclamation mark spiders, should tell you how many people we have currently killed. It might have. I might have put a timer on it, a countdown timer on it, so it might only fire every other request. But there you go. So spiders is a new count. You just got to remind me to update it whenever we do that. Right. So we're going to hold off on doing anything. So we have grown Castile, which is nice. So what we really need to do now is he's going to give a bunch of this territory away, like he's already given away Leon. So worst case, we can actually go after this dude. We might want to think about getting married. We have a dwarfish son. May you grow to be strong and wise. In jail. Right, someone was asking about succession earlier. Oh, fuck off. Why are all our schemes getting discovered? It's outrageous. Fine. Right, so we can't do anything to him for a while. So we're going to have to cancel that scheme. Because unless this dude suddenly decides he wants to join. We're not going to get anywhere. To be honest, we should actually see if we can find a better spy master. Because that would help. Right. Well, you're not getting murdered. For now. Yeah, we'll go for the other brother and come back. Thing is, we're only going to get better at murdering. And it means we can just build up some gold. Yeah, why not? We'll try it. We could sway him if I could remember what he was called. If someone wants to kind of do a clip and watch back and work out what the hell that guy was called, I will absolutely sway him. As soon as we finish trying to shag Gerlach here. Because I think we're banking gold, which is useful. Yeah, so succession. The reason, obviously, we're playing a female-only one, so we desperately need a daughter. But also, whilst we get an initial tyranny hit for imprisoning the baby, that will count down. But the baby is now in jail and in the dungeon, so he will eventually die in the dungeon. And remember, if your baby dies in the dungeon, God did it, not you, which means you are not a sinner. If God wanted the prison baby to live, they would let the prison baby live. Yeah, we could modify our contract. Like, we're only going to give him 46 more troops, and we could do that. To be honest, what we really need is that. King Garcia will attend a local celebration in Zamora, and I happen to know that he is a bit of a wine aficionado. I could lure him into the cellar of my castle for an exclusive tasting, and then make sure he never walks out again. Right, don't XCOM me, game. King Garcia is dead. Oh no, terrible. How sad. How sad. He followed me willingly, drunk on merriment and wine, into the cellar. After many glasses of fine wine, he fell readily asleep, and didn't even stir as I brought out the trowel. Oh dear, how sad. There you go. If you do ! Spiders, we have now updated our murder count list. Fortunately, no one seems to have noticed the queer new wall in my basement. So, what we have actually done is unified Castile. It is just not yet unified under us. King Sancho! We could try and abduct him. He may not be of noble stock as you, my liege, but on that name I swear that Facundo is someone you would want on your side. Facundo is a decent fighter, yes, absolutely, join. Come on in. Right. I think let's see if we can abduct him. Anyone want in to help us abduct him? The Duke of Portugal's well up for it. This is the guy we really need. Yeah, we could just kill his children. He has a giant ugly baby. So we get 75-80 on that one. 75-80 on that one. Yeah, we probably should go for the kids first. In fact, what we should actually do, because we may end up stuck under him for a while, is fabricate a hook on him. I don't like the odds on that. Let's get a hook on him so that we can get protection from title revocation. You gain tactically coquettish. Or we can be devilishly coquettish. Let's go the middle one. Come on. Waldensians have popped into existence. We probably should negotiate some alliances. So we can actually negotiate an alliance with him, but that's not hugely useful to us. But that is better than no alliance, so we will do. We have a daughter! Okay, the succession is secure. We would like a better daughter, but that is a start. He's going to get a deviant secret. I've just finished my retelling of a tale of a most unlikely relationship involving a horse when I see an untoward gleam in my companion's eye. Thoughts of blackmail race unbidden to my mind. Perhaps Mayor Perro is actually a little keener on this subject than he knows. You deviant Mayor Perro. You do absolutely love us, though. A brewing troublemaker. Well, he can keep trouble in that cell, can't he? Yeah, we can hopefully get a better daughter, but it's a decent daughter for now. Do we need that? There's only a 40% chance of... Well, he's going to gain 10 opinion anyway. Let's do it, because the more he likes us, the more likely he is to shag us. We're going to go for these ones, because we do want Schemer, because of the hostile scheme power boost. He's the one we're swaying, yeah. We could actually switch to trying to seduce now, I think. Like, we'll let that finish anyway, because we might as well. King Sancho seems unusually careful around his courtier Gonzalo. This kind of deference can only mean that Gonzalo has some kind of leverage on him. Perhaps there is something for me to learn here. Perhaps indeed. Brother has been popping out kids, something chronic. So, essentially it's him, then us. Then prison baby. No, we'll rank over the cousin, because we're immediate family. Weak hook. Yes, please. Right, the benefit of that is it means we can now, because we can only modify a feudal contract once, and we can only change 3 things when we do it. We want that, which means we can offer to give him a few more levies, but we can also use the hook. So, with any luck, he'll now make us a spy master, because we are ludicrously good at spy. We should probably go to limited as well while we can. Can you invite us onto our council, your council, please? You know, like you're meant to, as we've got council rights. Thank you. I would like to have Spy Master, thank you very much. Yes. What I quite like about this is it will tell you what you've achieved on this run, even if you've actually already got the achievement. So I'm not sure which one it was that just popped up, but yeah, technically I'll have got that. King Sancho and Goto. Outrageous. Perro is like the centre of our tale, isn't he? I assume he's basically our only vassal. Right. He is swayed enough. Can we... Oh, he's too far away. Fuck you, Gerlach. We'll keep an eye on him. We'll have sex with a random stranger. Murder. We should do some more murdering. Let's kill some children. Yeah, what was his name? Is it Count Diego? I mean, the thing is, we should actually be able to be fine at killing everyone now. Anyone else here we could seduce, potentially? Not going to be helpful to us if we seduce Anne. Mogans, would you actually go for us now if we giggity you? Yes, give it a go. Yeah, Count Diego was good because he was a spy master. I think hopefully we should be fine on murdering our brother now. We just have to kill his children first. I offer Jalfrey my sincere thanks. Are we torturing our lover? We're not a nice person, are we? We need to know his tastes. My spies will uncover that in no time. %70 chance on doing the deed with Mogans here. I mean, we do have a daughter. Well, he's triggered the Unite Spain decision, which is good news for us. We can now do 2 hostile schemes. Let's kill another child. Ooh, should we create a cadet branch? I feel like we should create a cadet branch. I mean, we will become head anyway, so maybe we shouldn't. My brother, King Sancho, has brought forward undeniable evidence that my nephew, Herman Gildo, was fathered by none other him. No way. How could my own brother do this? Sancho, do you know what this means for our family? He exposed his own fatherhood of someone. Intrigue challenge. We can win an intrigue challenge. Sancho's time has come. All things fall. Eventually, kingdoms, ladies, children pushed from high places. My agents will leave a trail of sweets leading up high enough to set little Sancho's stomach tingling. Once at the top, he will find a basket full of treats hanging over the wall, and as he reaches down to untie the rope, it would be so easy for him to slip. Sancho is dead! Oh dear, how sad. They found his mangled corpse on the ground, candies scattered around on the ground around him. A tragedy, I'm sure you'll all agree. The command has been updated. You have an updated command. Right. How many children do you want to have? Stop having babies. He'll only marry again if we murder the wife, so it's not really helpful. We are going to have to lose some of this stress, though. So let's go on a hunt. Yeah, it's more that because we're zealous, it's giving us a stress hit. We are not very pious. It's just a fox. I'll have others. We're not going to spend a whole bunch of time trying to find the fox when we can just take the stewardship and... only one of them, I think. One of them was illegitimate. That one's illegitimate because it's got the little grey symbol. So if we kill these two, then kill him, we're fine. Mogans. You are content, impatient, and... let's be entertained. Oh god, he's into moral qualities. Ugh. We could expand our territory. Because we could beat Count Rodrigo here in a war. Because he's got no allies and we can call in our ally. Oh shit, yeah. Taking the decision for when you unite Spain flips the realm law to absolute crown authority. If you want to get absolute crown authority quickest in this game, in the same way as Primo you get from Austria, unite the three kingdoms of Spain, because you get absolute crown authority. Yeah, the white animal hunt is fun if you have not got a reason not to worry about becoming mad. The privy matters. The privy is a small place and the air reeks of foul things recently deposited, but it is private. Oh, so private. Mogans looks at me hungrily, removing his garments, etc., etc. We should do this again, but someplace else. Yes, we should, because you are a genius. Come to me, my genius lover. Come to my court. I do not fancy my brother, Tello. So we'll just take the bitter fantasizing and lose 18 stress. Because he does not have any traits, so... Well, the thing is, we don't need to take a break from our murdering schedule if we actually manage to murder everyone. Oh, come on, give us a smart girl. Give us a smart girl. Of course it's yours, Felido. Of course this baby is yours. We could play the hunter. But you might brag about it. So I don't think we need to, because all it would actually do is just... It gives us success chance. We've already got success chance, so we've got more to lose than we have to gain. How far are we down the line of inheritance? I think you will find that we are only 2 dead babies away. Yeah, the child is yours, Mogans. Oodlerack. Who the fuck are you? You're not the father. I don't even know who you are. Why would you do that? Let me out of prison. Thank you. You little shit. Fucking hell, Mogans. Now I think I've got to wait 5 years before I can murder these children again. And we can't murder him. Fucking Mogans, man. The moment Mogans gives me a genius baby girl, he is getting murdered. We could seduce our brother. I mean, we can kidnap. Pangolin Mogans confessed that he was our lover, and our liege imprisoned us, which has basically just booted us out from our murder plots just before they completed, and now we can't do them again for 5 years. I feel like we should actually, like, almost for this ruler, do a stretch goal of not conquering any territory. Like, that should be our kind of goal. Yeah, he's going to be super pissed off if we kidnap his wife, though. What we should do is get a hook on him, so if he imprisons us again, we can just use the hook to get ourselves released. What's our timer on murdering him? I kind of don't really want to murder him until we've killed his children, though. Well, the problem was we were already... What about murdering his other son? We were already trying to murder both of them, because we've got... the ability to do so. Put me back on frickin' council, you arsehole. It's a spindly bastard boy. Interesting, we can't legitimise because King Chanso doesn't approve of this legitimisation. So we are going to need that hook for legitimisation. Yeah, look, Stray Kitty's coming on well. The thing with, like, she's just clearly battling the desperate desire not to kind of to panic and run away. We don't need to prison baby this one because he is illegitimate. We do need to start thinking about who will educate this child, and that will actually not be us when it happens. It will be fucking Mogans if he's still around. The shit that he is. The traits aren't great, but he is a genius, which means she should get a stewardship boost. Because if you've only played CK2 before, you need to understand that the way child trait gains happen in this game is different from CK2, and a lot of people don't think that. There is a 60% chance. I don't really want... I could start shagging my bishop. I mean, he likes me now. That's one way to get my bishop to like me. No one must ever know. Of course it's yours, Valido. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, we need to get rid of some of these lovers because they're not actually as useful to us as they could be now. We could stop being lovers with Herman Gildo. And Tello, you... Why are we even lovers with you? Who are you? Why am I shagging you? Go away. Well, we are a schemer again. We could probably actually flip off of that track now, and probably should. Although it is giving us the fertility boost, but if we go to there, we can get the fertility boost, and we can pick Groom to rule. Whatever. Oh dear, how sad. Valido died in prison. What a terrible, terrible disaster. And now our daughter is our heir. And as you can see, as I said, to those of you who are new... Ooh, hang on. Hello. Someone is plotting to kill me. That is outrageous. Nobody should be plotting to kill me. We can't fabricate hooks on children. We can abduct them. Let's abduct the king. How did the king die? King of Navarre murdered him. We can't murder him yet because we got imprisoned, which reset our timer. So we can't murder him until we can. Can you make me your spy master, please? Thank you. What luck! My agents have discovered a way into the study where King Gonzalo keeps his drafted letters. All his messages are now mine to read. So we can... Secrecy minus 5%, but scheme power plus 15 success chance. Yeah. Let's keep that. The serving staff at court are often conveniently overlooked as they overhear conversations, clean up, move unnoticed through the hallways. This is also the case at my nephew Infante Fernando's court, which presents an opportunity. Can we get any help on that? I think we are going to risk it and flip back to doing that. You would quite like to help us. You would quite like to help us. Sweet. So those are maxed out, because you can't go higher than 85 and 80. With my agents coming and going freely at court in Burgos, King Gonzalo is within reach. The agents are in position to let a small group of people in the middle of the night in the middle of the night, and to cover them as they depart undetected, ideally while muffling the screams of a kicking burlap sack. I like the sound of this plan. Well, 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 King Gonzalo, welcome to your new quarters in my dungeon. Would you like to go to the dungeon, little boy? Little boys go in the dungeon, King Gonzalo. Little boys go in the dungeon. No, King Gonzalo, you are staying exactly where you are. How much murder would we have to do to get on the throne of Navarra? As my scheme moves closer to a fruition, swift communication is key. I think it's too risky because we're already at maximum percentage. We don't need a prison. This stream is pure murder. Like, I would even be tempted to say that if we didn't have to fight wars, like obviously because these aren't just going to inherit to us, we would actually just kind of say we're not allowed to do any wars and we're only allowed to murder our way onto thrones. Or we could do that. Do we reckon we could do this achievement without fighting a single war? Like without starting a single war? I reckon we could do that, you know. I reckon, let's give that a go. Let's see if we can become ruler of the whole of Spain without starting a single war. Yeah, but Muslim kingdoms are not a problem if they happen to get kidnapped and convert to Christianity. Because then they suddenly stop being Muslim kingdoms. Remember how we dealt with Byzantium in the Africa stream? Like, which is on YouTube, by the way. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it on YouTube. Those kingdoms are only a problem. Yes, but if they then happen to marry one of our kids, and then all of their heirs suddenly die, I think it's doable. I think it's doable. I think we'll give it a go. My agents tell me that Infante Fernando is planning to travel from Soria to Avia. I have arranged for some brigands to interrupt his little journey and make sure he arrives here instead. Soon he will be at my mercy. Success! The brigands did their job admirably. Infante Fernando is safely in my hand. Would you like to go and hang out with your brother? In a dungeon. Prison babies, prison babies. I will ignore him and steal his ideas. He doesn't like us again. Let's sway him. I think we're too old to have a daughter now, aren't we? Yeah, we're probably past kiddie rearing age, which is a shame. Bitten Sam, thank you very much for the follow. I tip my invisible Panama hat to you. So let's just double check that we are going to inherit that. As we should. And actually, I think... So what is our base? So we've got 4 already, because we get 1 from our stewardship, 1 from ledger, and 2 from being a count. So for a duke, we're going to get another one, and a king, we're going to get another one. That's going to take us up to 6 holdings, which is probably enough. So we might actually want to flip her, given what we're going to do now, and go with that. Oh, we already flicked her, that's annoying. For future daughters, we might have to focus them on... Yeah, we can't kill Morgans yet. I will kill him the moment he's finished educating my kid. I'm quite happy to after that. So I will let you cash in your infamy. But it will be after he's finished educating our kid. Because we need a genius to educate our kid. Did she get good stuff? Only 1. Boo. He got decent stuff. If he survives, we might want to marry him off to someone useful. Yeah, CK3 has changed the education stuff, so what you really want is you get to pick the focus, but then you want a genius to educate them. Or if you haven't got a genius, you want someone with high learning. Because that will influence the level of, like, learning trait they get. Jalfrey is our friend. Navara. We are not in that line of succession. We're second in line for all of those, so that's fine. Yeah, we're alright. We should kidnap some people for profit. Yeah, honestly, the way inheritance, or the way education works in CK3 is different from CK2, and I'm really surprised that more people don't know that. And it is true, I've tested it. Basically, you want to... people who educate your children should be either intelligent or genius, because they will give them better traits. It used to be in CK2 that it was based on what kind of level of trait do they have, and then it was always 1 below it. But it's not how it works in CK3. So we are abducting for fun and profit. I feel like you could potentially be abducted for fun and profit. So let's see if this works. Motherfucker, our husband tried to kill us. I was about to bite into the most succulent piece of duck I have ever seen. One of my servants keeled over, clutching at his throat. He has been helping himself to the taste of my meal. At the very least, he served as a warning not to touch the bird while receiving just punishment for his crime. This was undoubtedly the work of that cold-hearted knave. You arsehole. That is indeed our husband that just tried to kill us. It's almost like he's really annoyed at the amount of affairs we had. Hello. Oh, come on. Dude had a lot of children. Right, we should actually use this situation to our advantage. Your son should marry our daughter. Which, with the acquisition of a hook, we could do. We can't hook him until he's old enough to hook. One of my agents has acquired a deadly spider and arranged for a servant to hide it in Count Valido's bed before dark. All they need is my go-ahead and he will be as good as dead the moment the spider strikes. I hope you're not afraid of spiders, Valido. Oh dear, our husband is dead. How sad. Congratulations! You're my new husband. Give me a chance, I haven't updated the command yet. There you go, command has been updated. That should probably be people, shouldn't it? There we go, people. Yeah, we will honestly kill Morgans the moment he's finished educating our daughter. We did. We killed someone with bandits. I forgot about the bandit murder. There we go. Right, I've updated that to include our bandit murder as well. The other options, we could work on getting hold of Barcelona. Yeah, I don't really want to marry a slow kid. That's a congenital trait. I do not have other genius people to send my daughter to. That is the problem. Do you have any kids? You do not. You don't have any useful children for us. Although an alliance with you would be good. Let's get a hook on him, and then let's hook his daughter into marrying our illegitimate son, because that would give us an alliance. And I think having the Duke of Portugal as an ally would be really useful. I think one of the things I struggle with in CK is the lack of physical location. They may simultaneously be commanding armies and travelling between locations. Yeah, it can be kind of... There are a couple of mods that help with that. Oh right, he's our spy dude that we're marrying. We are going to host a feast, I think, as well. Oh no, hang on, we just lost some stress from that. That's good enough. So I think we hook him. Oh dear, how sad they're not doing well in prison. What a tragedy. Yeah, Joffrey, you can fuck off now. We don't need you anymore. You can't give us any more babies, so... Right. Aragon. You have a son. Oh, fuck off. Well, that's inconvenient. That's just fucked us. We should have killed them while we had them in prison. I don't think we'd get the support for it unless we hooked people into it. Because the only member is us. Because she's our cousin. So that's dropped us way down in the succession. Because it will go to all of her kids first. So we're going to have to faction ourselves. I mean, yeah, we could literally kill every single adult in her line. Or we just hook all of our fellow vassals and then press demands. I think that's probably better. Because she's of a completely different house. This is the problem. I think we're going to have to hook ourselves. It wasn't that the inheritance went that way because they haven't died. It's that what we didn't get a notification about, because obviously we're not the lead character, is we didn't get a notification that there was a massive faction running against our prison babies to overthrow them. And then rather than fighting the war to keep it, they've just stood down and handed over the title. So I think what we're going to need to do is we're already building a hook on him. We want hooks on him. Because I think we're going to need to hook our way onto this throne. which is massively annoying, but there we go. I really don't need to find a new lover anymore. Oh, come on! That was 1990. And he's discovered it. This game is being wrong today. Right. Who else? We're going to need some more vassals in on this. Give me someone who's... Oh, Joufrey, fine, go for it. At least our bishop likes us again. Give over? Oh, hang on. You know what's not helping here? We should be making use of our position as Spymaster. There we go. That's a bit better. There's some serious XCOM percentaging going on here. Come on! This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Histofact. Grandmaster Maybe redeemed a histofact. In 1919, there was a sort of Tour de France style race that was cycling race through the... I'm going to kill her. I just want to kill her. Because she's annoying me. There was a... So there was a cycle race through... At least I'm the new head of the house. Oh dear, he died in prison. How sad. A cycle race through the old, like the Western Front battlefields. It is widely thought of as one of the toughest cycle races of all time, because you can pretty much imagine the condition of the roads and everything around there. I think a 90-ish entrance began and only 20 finished, and the lead rider did it in 100 hours, I think. But it's a fascinating race, and it's well worth looking up. So it's like if it was happened in 1919, and yeah, it was a sort of tour around the kind of the battlefields up through Belgium and everything else. Embrace God? Aye, fine, go, embrace God. We've got enough percentages to kill her anyway. He is... Or she? He or she? Son. She is a 27 intrigue. Congratulations on being my new Spymaster. Yes, the nice thing about hooks... Oh, by the way, because our people died, we now have territory, and we should probably do something about that. But yeah, guaranteed council position stays on the contract. So does title revocation, which is why we've got both. What we should really be doing is, and we will do every ruler, is we will hook and do stuff. Right, which of these do we not want? We can create the Duchy of Leon, so we should do that. We are now a duchess, so that is going to make things easier. We should invite knights to court. That should update, because we should get... Why are we not getting our 2 from being a... How odd. So, let's have a look here. We could go new husband, actually. Thing is, he's really useful. Like, he's giving us intrigue. Well, that'd be more useful if he didn't hate us. Like, our intrigue is currently 39. Powerful vassals do expect council positions now, though. Yeah, we don't actually need to sway him anymore, because he does kind of like us, so we could actually just sway our husband. Right, which of these titles are we giving away? So we've got Zamora. Neither of these are the ducal capital. The ducal capital is Leon. That seems to me like a good idea. Right, we need him. We need a hook from him. Oh, that's awfully nice of you. How many of his kids do we have to kill to get that title? I think it is the maximum you can get is 90. So 95 for murder, 90 for hooks, and 85 is the maximum you can get on an abduction scheme. I feel like actually we don't really want that betrothal anymore then. We just need to find an excuse to take the title off of him. I think you'd have to go a long way down that chain before we inherited. And he is 30 prowess, so let's leave him marrying that guy, but that means that you do need to die. We've got a hook scheme going on there. Maybe we leave the queen in power. Let's leave the queen in power and let's focus on hooking. Let's focus on murdering him. We do need to give away one piece of territory. I think that is probably going to be... What is the duchy that they're in? So that is in the Duchy of Castile. Problem is the capital's in Burgos, so we're never going to get that, because I'm guessing she's got it already. Doesn't have that. So if we got hold of that, we could form the Duchy of Castile. Which would be useful. Once we get some hooks, we can force people into this. So that guy should be the target of our next hook. We'll just go down them in order of strength. We'll probably get rid of Segovia, maybe. These are quite useful. I mean, to be honest, Zamora is arguably one of the weakest. Dev 8. Did we finish culture converting? We did. We should convert culture on there. So Leon will be our eventual title, capital. I think we grant Bejar to someone. Mogans can have it. How is our daughter doing these days? Yeah, she's growing up alright. Do without being humble, but... could be worse. Right, so we're under our domain limit. We probably are going to keep hold of Zamora in the long term, so what we want is stuff that's going to generate us money more than anything else, because we're going to want to do a lot of money gifting for scheming. But also we need to look strong. I think we'll probably make this province our troops province. I think we do want to try and get hold of Castile. You're 57, I'm not hiring you. Count Rodrigo becomes our vassal. Thank you very much. We are going to need to get onto that throne at some point. I kind of feel like we almost want to flip off of this. I mean, the skullduggery focus is helping us. How old are we? 52. No, we probably don't. We're not that fast if we die young, because we are actually going to need to... Our next ruler might not be able to plot as much, is the only problem we've got. What we could do with doing is getting our dynasty onto places, because then we can use dynasty... Oh, yeah, we don't want to use dynasty claim throne, do we? Powerful vassals expect council positions, so we should sort that out while we're doing stuff. Let's keep this running at 3 while we deal with this. Count Rodrigo, yes, you absolutely can be our Chancellor. Count Rodrigo, you can be our steward. And we'll make you our marshal, because Morgan's already loves us, so... Morgan's already loves us, so he's not going to hate us. It's fine. Fucking ridiculous. This game is taking the piss today. There is one thing Rodrigo in particular cannot resist. It's his favourite treat. His next sweet snack will be 1 part comfort and 1 part potent poison, forgotten by my agent in front of the children. A bon appetit. Rodrigo is dead. He swallowed the bait, gingerbread and all. So we have killed 2 people with sweeties. Command updated. Right, we did get a bit of stress on that, so we probably do want to host a feast. Now that should mean that we are in line. That baby, who is betrothed to our daughter, is in line to give us Leon. So that'll secure us one of our duchies that we want, which is very useful. Because I think we do, whilst it would be nice to get back on the throne, I think making sure we've got a solid sort of duchy setup is just as critical for us. Cloud William has redeemed a histofact. Let's go stick with World War I. Florence Stoney, look her up. She was a doctor in World War I who was, as with Flora Murray and the others, was rejected from British kind of military service because she was a woman, but actually turned out to be really quite important as part of the what's the name of the expedition? The Stobart expedition, which is essentially they sent a kind of medical hospital over. She ran it. She had lots of nurses. She was incredibly good. She also pioneered the use of X-rays to hunt down and remove shrapnel and bullets. So Florence Stoney, bit of a forgotten hero of World War One. Well worth a read up about. Vlad Ferdinand, thank you very much for the follow. That is very much appreciated. Random book. Okay, random book. Random book. Let me find you a random book. Oh yeah, fun one. Relatively famous thing. Wojciech the Bear, Polish war hero. If you don't know about Wojciech, you might want to learn about him. He was the kind of mascot of the Polish forces in the Italian campaign. But I think they first adopted him as a hero in Persia. After the war, when Poland obviously was occupied by the Soviets, Wojciech ended up living in Scotland along with a whole bunch of Polish exiles. So yes, Polish war bear. Wojciech. He used to carry ammo to the troops. There's a little picture on the back. I don't know if you'll see it if I hold it up. There he is, look. Really good book, really good read, really good thing to learn about. But yeah, so Wojciech the Bear. That's your book of the shelves as requested. Put that one back up there. Right. Yeah, no, actual bear. But, like they had a war bear. Right. So we know we're going to get hold of Leon because our granddaughter will inherit Leon. Did we just lose a fucking hook again? Or did we actually manage to successfully fabricate one this time? Nothing New from the Western Front. Yes, excellent book. Highly recommend it. Good read. See, we have 103% just with ourselves in this. Like, if we could get fucking Portugal in on this, we'd be laughing. But we can't hook him again. We could abduct him. And then let him go for a favour. There's no harm in trying. I did not see the videos you posted yesterday. Was that in Discord? I haven't had a chance to catch up yet. I was too busy getting drunk. We get a favour hook on Count Rodrigo. Useful. Actually, what we should probably do, because then we can skip that wedding. Why don't I have a title revocation reason on him? Damn, autonomous vassals. She lost all of the stuff that was built up. That's outrageous. She just absolutely wasted Spain. Niku12313. Welcome to the stream. Oh wow, thank you very much. We're actually, so this stream now has become modified in that chat has convinced me that we are not only going to try and form the get the achievement for doing Spain, but because that is far too easy, we are going to do it with female rulers only, and we're not allowed to start any wars. So we can only actually do it via hooks, murder, and all sorts of things. So that's fun. So yeah, we'll see how well that goes. Yeah, I think the lesson we've learned from that is if you have your legion children in jail as a child, then you probably want to be murdering them quickly before a faction installs someone else on the throne, as otherwise it's going to go bad for you. Thank you, Niku. Yeah, hopefully we'll do this. I think we will do this. We absolutely will pull this off. I know we will pull this off. Oh God, Mogans is reading poetry at us. Well, Project Fratricide is done. We have killed the other person there. So Project Fratricide is working. I should actually probably update the goal thing, shouldn't I? Where's my goals? So let's update the goals rule. So we are looking to unite Spain, but with female rulers only. Oh, and we can't start any wars. There we go. So exclamation mark goals will now get you an updated goal thing. Yeah, that command has not been updated in a long time. So yes, Project Fratricide worked, but someone else factioned themselves onto the throne. So we are attempting to faction them back, but we keep getting XCOM'd by the game percentages, which therefore prevent us from actually kind of getting hooks. We do have another hook, but I don't think it's actually useful, because we really want to be scheming. So if we have a look at factions against our liege, so we've only got 99% because we're the only member. If we can successfully abduct the Duke of Portugal, we're fine. Because then we can actually use, while he's abducted, we can release him in return for letting him have kind of giving us a favour, which then means we can bring him back in. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely not achievable while being honest, but it is achievable. So yeah, so if you're not familiar with what we're trying to do here, why we're manufacturing hooks or doing kidnapping is because we need favours on people, because favours allow you to manipulate people into doing things. And the thing we're trying to manipulate them into doing is joining our faction to put ourselves on the throne. Because we already have 99% on that. If we can get that properly up, then we'll get there. Now we can't, because he's already discovered the scheme we were trying to do on him, we can't do on him. I think we can fabricate a hook on this guy though. And because we've unlocked the full scheming path, we can do two at the same time. We still need to sway Duke Sinden. Although our husband does like us now, so maybe we can actually stop swaying him. Trying to think if there's anyone else it's worth us swaying. I don't think so, because our bishop likes us, which is important. When the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape route out of Duke Nuno's castle. Should anything go wrong, a detailed map of the local plains with all its hidden paths and caves would be an invaluable resource. Yes, it would. So why don't you pay a hunter to draw from Porto to draw us a map? My agents tell me that Duke Nuno is planning to travel from Porto to Viseu. I have arranged for some brigands to interrupt his little journey and make sure he arrives here instead. It's 58% chance. We might pull this off. I don't think we will, but we might. Curses! Duke Nuno escaped my hired bandits and safely made his way back to Porto. At least no one will know I was behind it. We'll try again. I don't think we can invite anyone in, which is a shame. But, I mean, he didn't discover it. We're fabricating a hook on the other guy. We'll give it a go. We have absolutely not had the dice rolls so far on this run. But we're getting there. Yeah, you really don't want to be doing that. Because that is a good way to get yourself killed. We do need to not make sure we do have a reasonable sized troop cohort. Our daughter is terrified of us. Oh, I wonder why. Is it because we've killed, like, people? Right, we could give them guardians, but it's not useful. Like, they're not useful to us because they're boys. We could force him to give us more money. But, I mean, I tend to find with adjusting the feudal contracts, the actual benefit is normally disproportionate to the damage you do. Because all you're really doing is setting people up to plot against you. The serving staff of a court is often thoroughly conveniently overlooked as they overhear conversations, clean up and move unnoticed through the hallways. This is also the case at my acquaintance Duke Nuno's court, which presents an opportunity. My daughter may well think we're a psycho, but we're doing all of this for her. We have got a weak hook on Pedro. Pedro, would you like to join our faction? Count Pedro, why can't we force you into a faction? Why can we not force him in? Oh, you got to be a strong hook to force someone into a faction. That's bloody annoying. I forgot about that. We could marry our way into military strength. The other option is to murder her and drastically weaken the throne. So it would go to him. It's a bit of a high-risk strategy. We can send the ultimatum, but she'll just say no and make us fight a war. Now, obviously, it technically doesn't break our rules because we didn't start the war. She started the war. But I think we should do our best to try and avoid it if we can. Yeah, we're going to struggle to get strong hooks on people. Because it's pot luck whether you get strong hooks or not. Because we could build up our military strength. We need to be reasonably threatening. Let's abduct her. I don't think we can press when we've got her in prison. A perfect opportunity has presented itself. Duke Nuno will be travelling from the castle to the nearby town with nary any guards. He must think himself safe. The perfect time to strike. Duke Nuno! Welcome to prison. Because we can only gain a weak hook, which isn't actually going to be that useful. Although... if we hook him, we could make him marry his daughter to one of our sons. But we'd have to legitimize him to make it useful. But we would get us an alliance at least. I don't know if it counts that in faction strength. It does count that in faction strength, I think. No, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just that she's not that strong. I do think we need to really fuck with her inheritance. Like, this guy... she could be worse. I feel like it's a bit of a waste to do this for just that single county in Leon, though. Like, should we attempt to hook her so our kids get, say, the throne of Navarra? Hang on. Only got girls. Spindly. Problem is, because with the female rulers only thing, we really need to control our inheritance. Like, really, really, really need to tightly control our inheritance. So we can't really afford to just totally marry our way into doing things. Yeah, the Almoravids probably need a bit of weakening. Because that is not going to be useful for us. I think this guy needs to die. We kind of need to keep Spain as fractured as possible. The alternative was we marry our way into the throne of Portugal. If she died, and we got another hook on Duke Nuno here, let's not worry about the Almoravids yet. Let's get ourselves another hook on Duke Nuno. And as soon as our abduction plot finishes... So as soon as our abduction plot finishes, we're going to kill that lady. And then we're going to try and hook our... Yeah, so we need to break that betrothal. So we don't want her marrying that boy anymore. This would have been so much easier if we'd actually had those kids die. We need to watch for that. Soon she will be at my mercy. Because annoyingly, I don't think this is going to allow us to press demands. Hang on, it will let us press demands. But if we press demands while she's in our prison, we're going to instantly win the war. If she declares. Yeah. I mean, sure. Victory is ours! Yeah, I think we did this in the Africa game as well. They really need to patch that out. Like, I know they patched it out for you can't abduct and then declare war. No, because she started the war. We demanded the title. We said you should give us the title, and then she said, I'm not going to give you the title, I'm going to go to war with you. She started it. So she started the war. We probably want to keep going down this. Because it is going to be useful. Normally I'd be kind of going, we should probably take Noble Veins next, but I think we take Noble Veins after this rather than Venial, because that's the next one that really just gives us stuff. Like, family connections will be useful in the long run, because people are going to be legitimately terrified of our rulers constantly. Right, I think we still want the Duchy of Portugal. Because I think if we can control the Duchy of Portugal and Leon, we're laughing. So we definitely want to be marrying his daughter, his son. So I have no idea who you are, Belasquita, but you are going to have to die. Yeah, I agree with that, Defondel. I agree. It would be more realistic if I had a mechanic where the heir decides if they're going to fight to give up. I think that would be fairer. So essentially, if you've imprisoned the current title holder and then you try and press claims, it should essentially they should almost relinquish the title and give it to their heir. So they should kind of, you should get a message that's something like you can I may be your prisoner, or it should give you a message that says like that your prisoner managed to sneak a message out to the heir, and then the heir essentially gets the option to either accept their abdication and take on the title war, or to submit to the request. Something like that, I think. So we do have a liberty faction. I'm not quite sure how that works. Aren't we on the lowest liberty? Oh no, because it takes our limited crown across. I'm still annoyed that she wasted the absolute authority that we got from forming that. So I think we want to control the Duchy of Portugal. So we've got our actions underway for that. We do need to keep building, because we need enough troops that people don't start wars with us. Right, Portugal is relatively built up for income. So Portugal is probably going to be our income province, our income duchy, which does mean that this one we will focus around troop numbers, so they can have some military camps as well. Right. We're going to get an alliance with the Duke of Portugal, which is going to... Well, we've already got one, so that's actually our strength sorted. So, I mean, real terms, we're running about 4,000 troops, so that's all right. So we want to get on... You really shouldn't be doing that. Can we not hook you into into a... We can now revoke his title. He won't accept, so he would start a war. There's a 36% chance he'd accept that. What if we made him like us a bit more? Because I really would quite like the County of Leon. But I feel like to be within... We don't want to abuse the mechanic of forcing people to declare war on us. I think we should always try our utmost to prevent that first. Like, if we got him as an ally, though, he's going to drop out of that, which would be useful. He does not want to be seduced. Hello, Commander Faceless. Welcome. Good to see you again. Seen you for a while. I'd also like to see some way for military reprisals if you steal my daughter and I have a massive army. I should be able to mount a rescue mission, even if it aren't great. Yeah, it'd be nice to have another war option, which is essentially liberation. It's going to take us longer than 7 months to abduct him, so I suspect we just do want to see if we can hook him into a marriage. Not with our daughter, though. Don't even need to hook him for that. He's quite happy with that marriage. And that's going to give us an alliance, which will take him out of faction. Let's sway him. I think there's no harm in us swaying him, because if we can get him high enough, we can get him high enough, we can then revoke his title. Right, our fabricate hook on Duke Nuno's coming along nicely. Would it not be wonderful if Duke Nuno owed me not out of fear but out of gratitude? If I, for example, were to save him from vicious bandits who, while he was out travelling, indeed vicious bandits like the men currently waiting outside the castle gate, I would charge in with my guards at the last moment, driving them off and leaving Nuno in a life debt to me. Right, we have a hook on Nuno. They're now murdering. We need you to not die. Can you not die for a while? He's a forest fighter. I quite like the forest fighter trait. I like the little picture on the forest fighter. It's cool. Right, we should probably go back to killing the Almoravid ruler. Because we really should screw with them. We can't murder him, but we could abduct him. I'm not going to get him if we abduct him. We'll have to wait on his murder scheme. I too cheer by knights. We could murder him, which might not be a bad idea. Because we kind of want to keep Spain fractured. The other option is we marry our way onto the throne of Navarra. Let's see if Nuno will go for this first. Thanks to the duck and poison, Belasquita is finally dead. Unfortunately, the poison was discovered and the poisoner quickly named Boo. No one likes a tattletale. Right, let me update our command. Killed one person with a duck. There you go. It has been updated. Sticky Thick Buns, thank you very much for the follow. It is appreciated. I tip my imaginary hat to you. That's Quackers. Boom, boom. Right. Let's see if Duke Nuno is amenable. Nah, he won't because of the air thing. I did wonder if we wouldn't be able to pull it off. But I figured it was worth a try. What we kind of need him to do is to have a second son. Which might happen. Why is his wife wandering? Oh, he's betrothed. Is she wandered out of range so he can't marry her? No, she's in Berry, so he should be fine. Dude, marry your young wife. In which case, I feel a sudden need to make this guy King of Navarra. Although Barcelona's looking tasty as well. That's going to his daughter. Itching for a distraction. The man in charge of cleaning the clothes of Emir Ismaili's guards is brought to me. No one will notice him tampering with their clothes, and if something distracting for the guards could be planted. What would you have of me, my lady? I want you to grind those rose hips really fine. I mean, it just gains us progress. And for the cash, it's not worth it, so we'll do that. Africocac. I'm going to assume it's Africocac or Africochak. So, thank you very much for the follow. Someone did indeed duck too early. You're absolutely right, Belduna. And welcome to the stream. I can barely contain my glee as I find Amira Layla, Amir Ismaili's wife, waiting for me along with a small equipage. If I could get her to help me in my scheme. Your husband has been calling you a cloistered doxy. I mean, I feel like you do not lose piety or clergy opinion from torture. It's not like our piety's looking great. It is fair to say that the church considers us a bit of a sinner. So we should probably create the Duchy of Castile. We might just want to try and bank those things. Look, Jalfret, if it's only now you're becoming concerned about our murderous ways, then, I mean, I could murder you if you want. Right, so when she dies, I think we betray the way into that, because that's going to give us Navarra. Which is a start. The time has come, my agents are in place. One of them will pay the assassin the very night the deed will happen. Another will ensure the wall is unguarded. A third will lead a subtle trail of candles to Emir Ishmali's bedchamber. Everything is in place. Do it! Do it now. The assassin performed spectacularly in the Emir Ishmali of Dinant is dead. Thankfully, my involvement remains unknown. There we go. Assassinated one person. The command is updated. I do love surprise visits. Right, let's now properly fracture this kingdom. It might fracture itself. We'll just let it go for a bit and see if it fractures itself. He is a warrior, so he probably wants to rule a realm. So we've got one murder plot underway. What about... This could be a good test run for our other plan. And yeah, I think you're right. We've finished culture converting. So let's culture convert... We want to keep culture converting things to Castilian. Because Castilian would be very useful for us. If there is one thing Nalia in particular cannot resist, it's her favourite treat. Her next sweet snack will be 1 part roasted almonds and 1 part potent poison, forgotten by my agent in front of the child. Bon appetit. Naila is dead. She swallowed the bait, apple tart and all. So we have killed 1 person with baked goods. Oh dear, how sad. In your grief, would you care to matrimonially marry our daughter? Good stuff. Which actually gives us an alliance as well, which is not a bad thing to have at this stage. I mean, it's the Sweeties event, but it did say apple pie, so I'm considering that as baked goods. For days I have been obsessing over the Aftacid lineage, and now I am certain there is no way Emir Yahya can conclusively prove the fatherhood of his son and heir, Abu Bakr. Where there is a lack of evidence, evidence can be planted. It's time for me to write a new truth for Abu Bakr's origin. I mean, it doesn't really help us, any of these. I think we'll just take the renown on that. Look, if God happens to kill people when they're in my dungeon, that is entirely God's responsibility. Right, we need to make sure all of this stuff is Catholic. So this is our goal with this abduction, is we're testing a theory, which is, can we do what we did in the campaign where in the African campaign where we broke Byzantium? I don't think you can... Actually, no, you can't. It won't work because you can't convince a ruler to convert. But you can convince their kids. So what we actually need to do is find an unlanded heir and abduct them. Oh, our kid that we never got round to educating grew up. Oh, fuck off. This game is XCOMing the shit out of us. No, not fabricate, hook, abduct. Oh wow, that actually worked. So if you look here, what you'll see is I don't think we'll be able to force convert him, because you can't demand conversion from a landed ruler who is not your vassal. But we can force convert younger people. So that's what we'll need to do. We need to find Muslim countries that have unlanded heirs. We then abduct those heirs, and then we force them to convert, and then we kill their parent. Yep, so we have a new Duke of Portugal. That family is not having a lot of luck. So we've got 12 months on that. So actually what we kind of want to do at the same time is start the murder plot against his father. Assuming it's his father or his brother. That's going to take 12 months. We need that to not fire until that has gone. So I think actually we're going to wait for that to hit about 8 months and then try it. So once that averages down to 8 months, we'll do it. We need to kill his brother as well. We essentially need to murder it so that this guy is in charge. We do need to kill him before he gets any kids. So let's kill him. No, the King of Navarra's younger brother is betrothed to our daughter. Right, we've got our Portuguese alliance back, which is good. How's our sway scheme going? He kind of likes us now. There's no way that gets discovered. This game hates me. So this should work. Assuming we manage to abduct him and pull it off. A perfect opportunity has presented itself. Abbas will be travelling from the castle to the nearby town. Perfect time to strike. We got him. So, he is not landed. So we can convert him to Catholicism. Which means that what we need to do first... HMS Troutbridge! Thank you for the resubscription. That is very generous of you. How's his hair changed? Or was it this guy? It's this guy, isn't it? Oh man, he's not going to accept. Because he's zealous, isn't he? The little shit. What if we kidnap his grandson? I wonder what your subjects think of your reign. She spent most of her time poring over tomes, meeting with masked bandits, and people died around her all the time. No beer about her fiscal policy. We have a very laissez-faire approach to economics. Speaking of, we should actually just knock a building down. If we recruit him, do we get his kids? Let's do some, because this is a good opportunity for experimentation. Because we're going to have to do a bunch of different stuff here to see what we can pull off. So he is now our courtier. Are his kids now our courtiers? No, they remain at the Emir's court. Presumably they're being guardianed. Yes. So we could either spider the kid's guardian, or as has been suggested in chat, we could I think maybe we just murder him. Oh, is there? Sorry, it's the wind's changed direction. Let me pull the window. There you go. Sorry about that. It's the wind has changed direction, and I got the window open. But I will close it, and that should hopefully sort that out for you. So, is his brother landed? So his younger brother is also unlanded. He is not zealous. So if we manage to abduct him, we should theoretically be able to convert him. Let's build some more buildings though. Let's see what we've got going on down here. Give me some expanded crop fields. Shit's going down over in Portugal. How old are we now? 59. Getting on a bit. I might actually flip us. Because it would be handy if we lived a tiny bit longer. You need to pop out some daughters as well. Why do we imprison you again? Oh, it's because we were checking, weren't we? We were testing to see whether you could convert. We might just take the cash for that. Because his heirs are all landed. King Diego is inspecting a ship anchored in one of the harbours of Ipiscoa later this week. It would be easy to have my agents drench a rowboat meant to ferry him out in flammable liquid. Wait until it's out in the middle of the harbour. Launch a flaming aloe and then just let the water claim him. Let's give it a go. King Diego is dead. Oh no, how sad. Claimed by the cold embrace of the ocean. What are we putting that one down as? Archers? Archers or fire? Oh, it's drowning, isn't it? There we go, your command is updated. So, hang on, did I miss a histofact redemption? I did, didn't I? Sorry, Mr. Darcy. Yeah, Vassad. Vassad indeed. Right, histofact. Let's go with a histofact. What histofact should we go with? Yeah, one that I've done a thread on before, but I still think is great. Not lots of people know it. Britain is the only country ever to independently achieve spaceflight and then abandon it on the same day, which we did when we launched our own one and only satellite into space via our own rockets, which is little Prospero that's still up there beeping down in the 70s. And the Treasury just hated the whole thing, so they canned it. We gave all the technology to the French, and then the French successfully made the Ariane program and made lots of money off of it. So, yeah, Britain has been shooting itself in the foot for far longer than Brexit. But yeah, when we did it by using V2 technology. But whereas the Americans nicked all the scientists, we nicked all the engineers. So we kind of worked on the basis that the people who were launching these rockets probably knew as much about how they worked as the people who were sitting there, like von Braun, and doing all the science. So yes, only nation in the world to achieve independently achieve then abandon spaceflight. We might want to think about creating one of these duchies as well. Weirdly, our bishop hates us again. I can't imagine why. I'm sure it's nothing to do with our minus 437 piety. So, King Henrique. Got some bad news for you, my friend. Really bad news for you. Can we get some more people in on that scheme? Yes, we can. By the way, chat, your job this stream is very much to let me know if someone keeps discovering my plots. So it's the guy who is the heir wants to leave unless we press his claim. But we're not going to press his claim, and with that we're very much doing an experimenting thing, and we can still kill him. Control boost. Boost some control in Porto. What? Why do we care about polygamous marriage? Oh, they already married. Did it already marry them? Yeah, it already married them. That's bizarre the way it does that. Oh yeah, no, there are a lot more venomous spiders in Spain than you'd realise. It's crazy, isn't it? Right, well that's not going to happen now. So, unless there's someone crazy good that wants to join. Nope. Right, so let's pick another little Islamic kingdom that we need to work on. They're Catholic and Andalusian, so that's fine. Catholic and Catalan. We could probably go after these guys again. He's unlanded. I think the direct heir is landed. No, the direct heir is... Is he the one we failed to abduct before? Yeah. Okay, can we abduct you? We can potentially abduct you. I feel like we should also be boosting our men-at-arms while we can. We could get some Knigets, but we'll get some Caballeros. And welcome to the chat, Odette Wojo. Welcome to the chat. The existence of my plot to... Oh, fuck off. Well, we're going to have to keep going with it. Can we get anyone else in? Pro tip, if you're very quick in ticking all those boxes, the game will let you do it, even though you don't have the money to pay for both. It just pushes you into debt. And we'll be out of that debt very quickly. 74.94, still a decent chance. So we've got our kidnap scheme going. The Dunids are having problems. This guy's 57, so he should die soon, and I kind of expect that kingdom will fracture. Our son is about to sod off. Well, fair enough. My agents have scheduled a journey for King Henrique, which will take them through dark woods. All that is missing is the band of thugs that will tragically slay them in a highway robbery gone wrong. I can already imagine blood seeping into the dark soil. Oh, the woods can be such a dangerous place. The thugs did their job, and King Henrique is no more. As the travel party stopped to camp for the evening, bandits poured out from among the trees, calling for blood and gold. The soldiers fought back, but thankfully it was not enough. King Henrique was tragically slain in the melee. Show your murder spiders if you've got them, chat. And I will update our command. We have bandited 2 people to death. Ha! Perhaps commoners are not so useless after all. So, what that means is not quite sure how she got it, but he is the next in line. So I suspect Queen Elizabeth here is about to have a bit of an accident. Soon he will be at my mercy. Damn it, he escaped. We'll give him another go. We will try again. What is our total death count now? Someone want to add up how many people we've killed there? I don't think we're as murderous as we seem. Toledo! Nice to see Toledo on the map. Hello, small child. Hello, small child. Do we try and break this up? Or do we try and convert it? So we would have a good chance of murdering him. Decent chance of abducting. So our current abduction target is this dude. Who is his heir. Mapped surroundings would be useful because it gives us a percentage chance increase. Fuck off. Does anyone want to help us murder her? Anyone we can afford want to help us murder her? No. We should probably for our next ruler, because she's going to go down the stewardship perks. Because obviously we set her up before we realised we were going to do this as a murders only run. But what we should be doing is taking both fabricate hook and demand payment for hooks, because we can make a nice bit of money off that. Sure. Yes, pay a hunter to draw a map. Deus fault. What we also probably want to be doing is trying to divert any crusades we can to Spain, because then they'll get Crusader kingdoms, and Crusader kingdoms will be Christian, and then we can more easily murder and marry our way into it. You what? You're holy warring me? Yeah, we do need to focus on building up our troop numbers. We could definitely do with some powerful allies. I mean, the good news is we can call in dynasty members. It's going to cost us renown, but I think it's worth it. Well, I mean, is it worth it, though? It's worth calling her in. Don't think he's going to be much use to us. Well, 400 troops, you know, it's more than 0 troops. Yeah, they're holy warring, so this might go badly for us. It's why we do need to get our troop numbers up as much as we are happily murdering things. Right, so we are going to raise there. Now, if we can get him before he gets his allies, we do vaguely stand a chance. The assassin, Queen Elizabeth of Navarre, is dead. That puts our future husband on the throne, I believe. We have assassinated 2 people. We should probably also think about founding a holy order, because if we can get... I know it's going to be tough with all the murder. This feels like a thing that would go badly for us. Do we really want to lose that much fame, though? I mean, it's just fame. Can he even do that? No, we want him to do that, don't we? Because then our kids will inherit it. Oh shit, is he defending? Yeah, he is, isn't he? I mean, we did just manage to abduct that guy's kid. I mean, we're not going to win against the Holy Roman Emperor. That's annoying. How on earth did he manage to get an alliance with the fucking Holy Roman Emperor? I mean, we're going to have to accept. We're going to have to try and rush this guy's capital. This may all go badly wrong for us. I mean, if it does, it does. We'll just restart, because I'm reasonably certain this is doable. Like, I'd probably have made some slightly different decisions if we'd known from the beginning we were going to do this as a murders-only run. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go siege me down somewhere else. Like, if he's lucky... No, no, no. How is the Holy Roman Emperor already there? There's no way he should be already there. Right, we really need this siege. Do we have a siege general? If we get this siege, we should actually be able to wipe Pisa, I think. We do not have a siege general. I think we just accidentally killed someone, which makes a change from deliberately killing someone. You're in prison, which means we can ransom you, which is good because we need some cash. Yeah, he's going to lose that war, which is annoying as it means he's no use to us as a husband anymore. Don't trip on the way out. No chance of adapting or capturing HRE? I very much doubt it. Well, I mean, we might give it a go. There's no reason not to. We might as well just go down that line. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right, Holy War done. We are not winning that. I do think we maybe need to concentrate on building our troop numbers up. Is our daughter in jail? Because that is catastrophic for us if she gets killed. Because she still hasn't popped out an heir. Have they killed her? Because that's run over if they have. Oh no, it's just the game being weird because she's in prison. Problem is I can't ransom her. Because technically she's not in my court. Right, did that at least release our daughter? Can you ransom our fucking heir, please? We might actually just want to kill ourselves, because then we can ransom ourselves. I think we're going to have to... No, you can't abduct, because she's imprisoned. We should pretty much die soon. We'll see if we can pull this last one off, because he should convert. Now, because he's recruited, he stays in our court, which means he shouldn't... he is a very good Chancellor. We don't have know thyself knows, so we're not going to be able to... I think we switch Count Rodrigo into that. We need less Rodrigos and Rodriguezes. Oh, actually, do we need to? You can have that one. And then actually, we're going to make Duke Muniz that. And carry on with your Catalonian. Peachy Boix! Or Peachy Boy XL. Thank you very much for the follow. It is appreciated. Yeah, we kind of probably need to, with our next daughter, focus a bit on economics. Assuming we don't die in prison. Because if so, that's run over and we'll have to start again. Because we're not going to pop out another female daughter, another female heir at this point. Or what I'd probably do is give you the chance to decide as chat on what we do. The question comes whether we can pull off this murder before he dies. We will invite... Oh, 75 though. That's not... Anyone cheaper? No. We're going to gamble on the 91% working. She's free! Panic over. You do need to have some kids though. Can you please have some children? Are we the head of culture? We are, aren't we? So we should be dictating this. So we probably want to get men at arms. Oh, you're going for the Kingdom of Navarra? Hell yes. Did the king die? Dude's still allied to the Holy Roman Emperor. Are you sure about this? I wonder if he tried to revoke the title. I think we have killed 12 people, yeah. We've killed more if you count jail babies. Dude, like, why? Why are you doing this? This is not going to end well. Right, we'll try and help. Like, we will try and help. One of my agents has acquired a deadly spider and arranged for a servant to hide it in Amir Yaya's bed before dark. All they need is my go-ahead and he will be as good as dead the moment the spider strikes. I hope you're not afraid of spiders, Yaha. Amir Yaya is dead by the lethal bite of a deadly spider. Show me your spiders in chat, please, if you have spiders. We got a murder spider event. Let's update our command. How many people? We've murder spidered 3 people now. The best of the murders. The command is updated. My little friend has done its work well. Now, that was an experiment. He is now Catholic and Andalusian. And on the throne. So technically that is now a Catholic kingdom. Now whether it stays a Catholic kingdom or not is open to debate. But it proves that that's the method we'll use for kind of doing that. Because if we timed that with, say, then we could instantly turn around and if we had a spare daughter or something, we'd marry them in. Because they'd now accept a marriage because it's Catholic. So we then get them into a marriage which would give them alliance, which would then mean we could bolster them against being overthrown. So I think we do with the daughter, our daughter, we want to be focusing not necessarily on too much murder with the next one, but actually going stewardship and really building up the kingdom a bit. Maybe looking for murderous opportunities. Killed someone with a duck. Did we sharpen its bill and stick it in their pyjamas? Not quite. We fed it to them after sticking poison in it. That is how we killed someone with a duck. Right, this ludicrous war he's going to lose, but we'll try. Why are you running away? We're trying to win this war for you. If both these sieges pull off before the Holy Roman Emperor turns up, then we're fine. If the Holy Roman Emperor turns up in the meantime, then this whole war is toast. Because he did join. I really can't see us winning this. We are at death's doorstep. Which will at least give us kind of control of our marriage and daughter and everything, which is useful. My recent endeavours within the realm of theology have given me a greater appreciation for God's representatives on earth. Oh yeah, no, I'm totally into God. Look out, here they come. We're gonna die. Yeah, we're not winning this war. Ah! Akasaurus! Thank you very much for the follow. I tip my hat to you. I do not know why we got double sound. Right, they're arriving in 17 days. Why are we getting double sounds all of a sudden? Joseph, thank you very much for the follow. Joseph underscore. The best of the Josephs. Right, how long on this siege? Can we pull it off? No, 4 months. We're going to get toasted on that, so let's not. Like, good luck in your stupid war, you stupid person. Run! Run, my little army, run! We didn't mean it! Oh well, rip my army. Doesn't really matter what we take, because we are almost dead. I'm still unsure why he declared this war, because he was never going to win it. Karen CWR, thank you very much for the follow. RIP! Can we get some Fs in chat, please, for Queen Urarka? Queen Urarka of Castile has found peace in Christ's embrace. I get the feeling she might not be in Christ's embrace, you know. At 65 years of age, she died from her wounds. A known murderer, she will atone for her unspeakable crimes in the next life. Queen Urarka II ascends to the throne. Some fear that the ascension of a woman to the throne may be a symptom of uncertain times to come. Those people are sexist and wrong. Right. We very much need to stabilise the kingdom. I also think our spouse is about to become unbelievably unuseful to us. But first things first, you really need to be having a sprog. So we'd unlocked golden obligations. Is probably quite useful because I think we are going to have to do this, and we're going to have to do this. Pale Rider 1942, thank you very much for the follow. I tip my invisible Panama hat to you. Welcome to chat. I'm still intrigued why we're getting the double sounds. There's no reason for us to get double sounds. Right. So we definitely need to be seducing someone because we need a baby. Right, our priorities with this ruler right now are actually weirdly not our survival. Right, powerful vassals. So we definitely need to have all of these people giving titles. Duchess Elvira's going to end up being our steward because it's the only thing she's vaguely decent at. Our marshal is absolutely going to be probably Count Rodrigo. Or he could be our Chancellor. Oh man, but Duke Muno's are really good. What's your... You're terrible at everything else though. I think he's going to have to be our Chancellor, much as it pains me. Our Marshal is Count Rodrigo, and we'll keep Mencia as our Spy Master. So I think that's probably the best setup for you. I guess it's just it sounds so good it had to happen twice. Yeah, but it wasn't doing it earlier in the stream. So like if it was something like, oh, I've got a window open in the background or something like that, you'd be like, no, no, no. You'd hear it all the way through. It's very odd. Right. We definitely need to consolidate. We need to find ourselves someone who is going to give us a baby. And ideally we'd quite like to have sexy times with a genius. So they need to be male. Oh, Gerlach. Good old Gerlach. Gerlach is up for sexy times. Our mum tried to have sexy times with Gerlach and failed. Yeah. Dude, you really need to be white piecing this out. Dread would be useful, but I don't think we have any prisoners. Oh, we have one. Yeah, rip you. That is troubling. It's not the end of the world if it happens, but it is troubling. We're not going to get a divorce from him. We're close. They're only going to 13, so it's not worth it. I never considered that when you're playing with female, it's a lot easier to get kids outside of marriage. Oh yeah, it totally is. Problem is we're not going to kill her in that amount of time, because she's too far away to interact with as well. What we really need to do is get an alliance with her. But we have no way of getting an alliance with her. Basically, this Navarran marriage is now more of a problem than it's worth. Like the Liberty faction we can deal with, we'll just lower Liberty. Like we'll just have to. You know, we'll just have to do that. But this is why let's get some more armoured footmen. Let's create some light footmen. We might be able to win it. Like, we probably will be able to win it. But our issue at the moment is we need kids. Yeah, take lower taxes. Have we got siege engines? In the sense that we've got onagers, I think. I'm not paying 90 to her. She can have a weak hook. Because she's never going to use it. Like, we can win this war. It's going to fire in five months. We just need to wipe out one of their armies first. Before they can raise them and do anything useful. The nice thing is, once she does it, we can actually revoke that whole title from her. Which would give us our other duchy that we want. Which would be useful. Yeah, we basically need to raise troops before they do. What I'm just trying to do is make sure that we've given these guys time to get to their new targets, their new totals. So, let's watch the faction stuff. 4 months. We're raising at 3 months. Right, we're raising now. Hello, these troops just happen to be standing near your land. I don't think she is a criminal. Ooh, she is a criminal. No, she isn't. No, she is. She's a known criminal. She's an adulterer. So we're probably actually better off doing this. Trying to force her to give the title, because the others might not rise up with her. And if we're really fucking lucky, she'll just go into prison. Right. Who's she going to call in? So she will call in that dude. Right, she's still going to beat me to there, so that's fine. We are going to catch her. So we send everyone in. You're going to get there first. So you get the less good commander. And you get the very good commander. Like, that faction is still going to fire. Because we have no way of dealing with that faction. I'm tempted actually to just let her take the throne. Because we'll get it back. Because once we control both of these duchies, we're laughing. She's just ended up fighting a bunch of randoms over there. Is she in another war? Oh, Gerlach! What are you going to die for? I was trying to have sexy times with you. I'm very concerned that we're not popping out a kid. He's 78. I wonder if he'd live long enough for us to have sexy times with him. Oh yeah, I'm definitely keeping the Duchy of Portugal for myself. Midnight Fox _ thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, we kind of need someone lustful on this. If we can find someone intelligent and lustful. Swearo, do you like girls? You do like girls. How is this war not over yet? I mean... now they're fighting each other, so that's quite funny. Right, we got a kid. So we just need to murder her army, basically. And that should give us full war score. I think he'd like a stuffed fox. Who wouldn't want a stuffed fox? I think stuffed fox is an excellent gift. We might win this war. I'm not guaranteeing we're going to win this war, but we might win this war. Shocker! The game's not wrong. King Lope, my useless husband, is now held against his will by King Sancho. He is fucking useless. Can we divorce him? Yes, we can divorce him. Request divorce. Right, we need to marry someone fertile. And ideally someone who'd give us a hell of an alliance. Oh, shit! Hey, rebels. I got a new friend, rebels. You're going to love him. You're going to love him. I tell you now, you're going to love my new friend. He's a really nice guy. Really nice guy. Big fucking armies. You're going to love him. Cheers, father-in-law. Do please come over and kick their asses for me. Oh look, she's raising troops again. Yeah, so we've got... Oh, did we not get our lover scheme? I thought we had a lover scheme going. Why did that stop? Did he die? He's in prison. Dude, why are you in prison? Fuck's sake. I think at the moment we're really just looking for lustful with traits. There should be an option that is just like... just generally on here that is traits. What about quick? Is there anyone lustful and quick? No, we really need someone that is actually going to fall in love with us. Because we can't really afford to do that for 13 months and fail. We really need a kid. I mean, we might just have to go with let's have some babies. We could fuck the Kaiser. What about someone who's pretty? We ideally need them to be unlanded as well. I'm not seducing a eunuch, that seems self-defeating. I just want someone lustful but with traits. I don't really care what traits. Right. She is now safely in our prison. You are going to give me all of the Duchy of Portugal titles you have. She's still going to have Coimbra. But we can revoke that, I think, still. She's a known criminal. And then we will ransom her out. Waldron von Tuna, something fishy about this guy. Yeah, just a bit. We do need a new steward. So you can pop over there now, Duke Muno. He's 50, so I don't want to recruit him. Swearu, you can have it, because I'm actually going to give you Congrats, you're now a duke. I could actually give it to him, because the other white guy's going to like me now. Right, and now we basically just need to wait for the Kaiser to show up. I mean, how strong is the Liberty faction? Can we win this one? Yeah, we can totally win this one, and we can get Leon back at the same time. We'll call the Kaiser into this one as well. No, we're not calling you in. You literally have no troops. Kaiser, can you come and help us in this war as well, please? We did lose our cool marshal, though, which is annoying. We need to watch out for that, because he will be insanely good on the battlefield. Right. If the Kaiser could hurry up and get here, I would be very grateful. I feel like you guys, we might be able to snipe. Nope, we're going to lose that now. Yeah, we're going to lose that. Let's get out of there. But it did force them to break the siege, which is decent. Kaiser's here. Don't know who you are, but I am going to shag you because I just need a baby. Right, which one's this one? This is the Liberty War. They are sieging down my capital. I think it might be worth seeing if we can lure the Kaiser into helping us with this. Right, where's the Kaiser going to come and help? Yes. Is he going to get there time? Probably not, but he should follow quickly afterwards. No, he did get there in time. Excellent. Come join me in this one as well. Right. He is a flamboyant trickster, lustful, brave, gregarious, something entertaining. We're going to take fertility, because we need to be having some fucking kids. I'm half tempted with one of these wars to white peace it, but the opportunity to kind of just completely redo our kingdom setup is very tempting. You become our lover. Come to court, please. Give us some babies. Right, do you want to come join us for this? Because it would be super helpful if you did. We're preggo. Please be a girl. Right. God knows which wars are which. Okay, that war is just that bit up there, so that's fine. This war is the Kingdom of Castile War. Can you marry someone who is not an adult yet, but does have genius or intelligent or quick? We could, but don't forget we had to do this betrothal to get our Holy Roman Empire alliance, which is what we're using to win the war. So I think we keep that alliance. We are preggo now. We've got another 10 years of potential preggoness. So I'm not too worried. It's not quite like that Viking run where we suddenly took over at like where we suddenly took over at age 40 without any kids. We're not quite at that level yet. Are our rebels fighting each other? Because that's hilarious. That is legitimately hilarious. Yeah, we're going to win these two wars handily now. Which is good. Can you come help us kill those people? Because that should be enough to win one of these wars. Yeah, fine, Walram, the baby's yours, whatever. I think it's safe to say the church is never going to love us. Right. So we need to get that title off of him so we can redistribute it. Yeah, like, unless we get very, very unlucky. The key thing is we need to kind of just get some girls, because obviously we're doing girls only. We also need a new commander. Right, first things first, Duchy of Cantabria. We need to... Do we revoke it? I think we probably do. And then we can ransom him. Always to remember to ransom your prisoners. So currently our heir is probably someone not of our dynasty. I'd have thought. If we have a look at our title, it is our vassal and rival, Duchess Cisnendez. So we need to give that title out to someone. We can't give it to Mansur, I don't think. Do we have a decent, like, potential male? No. I think congrats go to this guy. for becoming the new Duke of Cantabria. And also our Marshal. No, look, fucking, thank you. And you, sir, are giving me the County of fucking Leon. Which means we can then ransom you. Which means we can create a Duchy of Castile. So, Castile, Leon, and Portugal are the ones we're going to hold on to. Yeah, I know we've just been mean to El Cid, but he started it. Means we're also probably going to give away one of these. So, we're keeping... We are now the King of Leon. We're probably going to give away Soria. Hello. Where did you spring from? Where did you spring from? And do you want to have sexy times? You don't particularly want to have sexy times. You're also insane. So maybe we don't give it to you. So we still have one ongoing civil war that we're dealing with. Tell you what, Garcia, you can have Soria. Do you also want to have sex with me? Maybe. If I give you 100 gold, we maybe want to have sex with me. Something that gets me about this game, how many historians did Paradox hire to make this game? There's a vast database of backclearing. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is they do put a lot of effort into... essentially what they have is content creators. So they have a whole departments for each of the games that are people who are kind of their content experts. So they just do a lot of research. Which you got to like, you got to appreciate. Come here. We did it just in time, because he's sodding off now to deal with his own rebellion. This should win us this war. Brilliant. Which means we have another vassal in prison. So who did we just get in prison? We can totally murder some prisoners now as well. Right. First things first. Which of you can we murder without spending stuff to do it? Because some of you must be criminals. How are none of you criminals? You're a criminal. So we could do it and gain some dread. Do we have Countess Elvira in prison? Don't think we do. Oh, we do. Is that the right Countess Elvira? No, it's not. It's not. It's a different Countess Elvira. I think doing research for a game like this would be a really great job. Yeah, no, absolutely agreed. Totally agree with you on that. Right. So we have a bunch of counts in prison. I don't think we've got any other dukes. It's all counts. Right, Valladolid is within Castile and we could revoke it. What about Burgos? Burgos is the capital, isn't it? Yeah, so Burgos is what we actually want. But we don't have an excuse to get Burgos yet. I think we revoke his title and give it to someone who'll like us. You, sir. No, sorry, your Count of Garcia Soria. Hello. Would you like to be the Count? There we go. So the other titles we could create are the Duchy of Galicia, which is up there, which we probably should create. So we probably should create that. The other thing we could do is give someone Castile. I don't think we want to know. Castile is kind of like the historic heartland, so we want to keep that. What are the other ones we can create? We can create the Duchy of Asturias, which is basically that. So let's create that. It's a small one. And currently, these two small children, you've got the ducal seat, so you can actually have it. Oh, I can take that because it's you have a claim on title now to revoke it without being... Yeah, we can take that. Which would give us Burgos. He really dislikes us now. He's going to dislike us even more in a second because I'm going to make this kid the new Duke of Asturias. Nah, there was no point in giving him the duchy, because if you give him the duchy, it's not going to counteract the minus 100. We are over our limit now, so we do need to give something else away. Don't really want to give that away. Do we give away Briganda? Pero. There you go. So we've got 3 duchies, which is fine. That's what we're going to kind of have as our baseline going forward. You might as well get ransomed because you're a mayor. You get ransomed. You get ransomed. Duke Nuno of Coimbra. Sir? Oh, so he's married to the other Elvira. He's married to our rival Elvira. You are losing your title, sir. Can we not revoke his title? Oh, he's unlanded. Oh, she's his husband. He's stupid. Yeah, look, you can have your stupid husband back. And other Elvira loses her title. And we'll give it to someone else. You will actually just ransom. I think that's fair enough. So Monterrey we now need to give out. No, what do we need to give out? We need to give out Montefaro. We've already got enough Peros running around our kingdom. You, sir. Congrats. Right. We now need to sort out our council, but we created a very good steward. So he gets that, and then we need to continue to do our cultural conversions. You'd think they'd do that colour as a bit more of a contrast. Do Leon. What is the historic capital of Castile? Is it Burgos? Yeah, it's the de jure capital of Castile. So we will probably move our capital to Burgos. And I think we're going to make Castile soldiers. He is trusting, diligent, and cynical. So let's go with veiled illusions. Right, well we have a son, but it's not a daughter. But this is where it comes in handy being able to do this. Because if we can pop out a girl with decent stats, we can disband our army as well. We are now married. I will take the 200 gold because we need to be knocking some buildings up. I think Porto we will do for money. Oh, dearest Garcia, let us meet again. Right, hopefully he pops us out a good sprog. So give us some farm fields. No one must ever know. Now that is by our new lover, so hopefully we'll get some kids. Goodbye, Clan Williams. See you next week. Oh, the Vassars are an incredible family to read up on. Completely. Totally agree on that. Someone is trying to kill a random guest. Have fun killing my random guest. And see how little I care about it. Right, we've got 200 ducats, so let's get some fields down somewhere else. Where else are we building? So Leon we're building already. Burgos we're building. Building here. Give me some farm fields. Don't want a boy. Okay, it's quick, but I don't want a boy. I need a girl. We need a girl. Wait, we can ask our head of faith for gold. Sure. Right, I think we move our capital to Burgos. We're looking healthier on troop numbers now as well. Have sex with me. I think actually we want truth is relative. I see our Catholicism plan didn't stick, but I mean it was mostly a test to prove that it works, and it does work. Like now we're more powerful. We can start to use, with the next set of rulers, we can use that to our advantage, because what we'll essentially do is we're more powerful, so we can make sure that where we do those matrilineal marriage tricks to get into kingdoms, we can sort it out, because we can back them up with strength. We do need another councillor. We lost our marshal. Sure. Jihads are coming. Right, is this finished? This is almost finished, because I think what we will do straight away is we'll upgrade that while we've got the cash. As soon as that finishes. 7 months left. I think we will also increase our men-at-arms sizes. Yeah, Child Caliph has just apparently jihads, so that's fun. So you need an heir with good intrigue. Yeah, we're probably going to be looking to breed intrigue in, like just as our kind of key traits. I think we have to assume we're never going to be able to hold more than 6 duchies. Like normally I'd try and get us up to a point where we can just consistently hold about 8, but I just don't think we're going to manage to do it this time round, because obviously we need to focus on intrigue for this. Because, like, for example, what we should be doing there is kind of the moment he gets, like, essentially force Catholic rulers onto thrones, then marry them for an alliance so that we can be the muscle that keeps them in power. I think that is essentially how we're going to have to do this. Barcelona's doing well for itself. So yeah, so our current ruler is very much a consolidation ruler. She's like, let's get the kingdom up. Oh, I haven't got battlements yet. That's annoying. You need high medieval battlements, don't you? No, it is on this. Yeah, how are we looking on men-at-arms? 34 years. I think battlements is actually arguably more useful to us. Oh shit, our husband is now the Holy Roman Emperor. Right. So we're not going to be able to build battlements yet, so let's just start. Let's get some bigger walls here anyway. Segovia is part of Castile, so we are going to keep that. Let's go with more levies. You need to give us more money. And Porto needs to give us more money as well. So give us a trade port. No, we're alright, because all he'd get now is legitimised as he'd just get disputed heritage, which would give him a minor negative penalty, but not a huge one. And to be honest, that child is probably not going to live very long, because we still need a girl. We need a daughter, basically. Like, we'll probably do seduction scheme plus 30 and see if we can seduce some more people with traits. The other thing we could potentially do is disinherit him. So we could use him to get a throne of something. But we want him to be of age first. I think we probably do go seduction scheme power. We're kind of being handicapped here by the fact that we're not popping out a girl. Carmen, do you want to have sexy times? You might have sexy times. I'm still slightly annoyed we lost Navarra. I'd really like to get Barcelona. Brave, lustful, temperate. Let's go bold. So that's upgrading. Let's get you upgraded. Essentially, I'd really like us to get up to 10,000 troops, because at that point, we should be... do you want to modify any of his titles? Yeah, give me some feudal taxes. Yeah, sure. So yeah, economic push as a ruler, basically, because then it sets up our ability to do much more later on. Which is really quite critical to us. We did absolutely luck out though by being able to divorce our husband. If we hadn't been able to divorce our husband and married her into the Holy Roman Empire, this did look a bit dicey for a second. I was slightly worried. But we pulled it off, and that's the main thing.